morning, fam. It's Tasha, Mom Bear Prepping. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. You already know what time it is, baby. Get your drink pull up. I do apologize. A couple things. I have inspectors coming in, so if I have to stop abruptly, that is why. And also, I got a little bit of a scratchy throat right now. No big deal. It doesn't hurt or anything like that. It's just a little bit annoying because my voice goes in and out a little bit. Okay, so let's get into it. The name of the game. Name of the game, baby, is food, food, food. Okay? Things are ramping up in the world. Things are ramping up on the conflicts, right? On the foreign conflicts. That's not going to stop. You have political, influence, different things happening all around our country and our world. And we have to just continue to prepare. We're not worried. We're just preparing. We're not fearful. We're just preparing. We're not weirdos. We're just preparing. And so today I just want to talk about the importance of food, right? Food, water, meds. That's where I tell everybody to start. That's the most important, I guess, 3 things that you can prep first, outside of God, of course. And so let's get into like food. There's a lot of things that we could talk about when it comes to food, stockpiling food, but I think it comes down to a couple things that I just want you to take away from the video. And that is the importance of obviously stacking it, growing it, stacking it, preserving it, all of those good things, right? Getting food and preserving it in a way that it will last the longest on your shelves, getting food that will last, the forever foods, if you will, getting freeze-dried food, buying food, growing food, and then preserving it, pressure canning it, dehydrating it, freeze drying it, however you're doing it, fermenting it, right, pickling it, and so that it will last the longest, right? And doing everything with the mindset that we could lose the conveniences of life, right? Things like power, no power, and how does that being introduced into our lives and not having that affect food and your ability to make food and cook food, and the dangers and violence that will come, and how does that affect us with food and your ability to keep food and have food, right? And so, there's a saying, the government, the people that rule the food, rule the people. So whoever has the food rules the people. So all these companies, these entities, and I'm talking about these trillion-dollar companies that essentially, 5 or 6 of them, if you will, that essentially have a stake in everything that we do in life, everything that is sold, made, manufactured, anything, right? To include all these things. If you think for a minute, food has individual companies. Yeah, there's individual companies, but guess what? Those guys with the trillions of dollars that own those entities, right? So they truly do own the food because they own all these outlets. They have buy-in to all these outlets. And so that's very scary because they truly do, control the food. And if they control food, they control you. They control your family, right? They can steer you in the direction they possibly want you to go. Because if you're starving, if a person is starving, they'll do just about anything because your body wants to survive. You want to survive. You do not want to die. And so there's a lot of people that will do anything for food. So the way you change the game is you continue to work towards self-sufficiency. You continue to work towards providing for your own, providing for yourself, learning how to do that. Stockpiling, okay? That's part of it. It's not just, oh, let's just live this holistic life and grow everything and whatever. No, it's all of the above. It's stockpiling food. It's getting food, buying food, growing food, preserving food. It's any way you can get it done, right? And it's important because we are moving towards a direction where one day food is going to be an issue. And the thing is people are like, well, it's fine. There's no shortages. There's no food. We're not going to run out of food. That's just the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. Yada, 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 yada. But we have watched over and over and over all these different things happen that are affecting our food. And food is just not an overnight thing, right? It's a forward moving thing at all times. And so all these things that have happened eventually are going to catch up. Not to mention the things to come, the things that will happen that will affect food, that can affect ebbs and flows of food and the ability to get it, right? And so it's important for you to get it. Now, I mentioned 2 things. One thing is to get the food, right? Grow it however you're going to procure it. Get food, get food, get food. But the second thing is security, secure food. It does not matter if you stack it to the rafters, if you have no plan to secure it, to fortify it, to protect it, to defend it, to hide it. Again, people say, well, that's a little extreme. That's really silly. You're talking about burying food and burying caches and hiding food. Yes, I am. Imagine a world where food is an issue, you did your part. You grew it, you preserved it, you spent your years like getting ready and stockpiling and making sure that you and your family were going to have enough food and have the skill set to continue to produce food for yourselves. And now how do you protect that from the outside world? How do you protect that from the masses, from the majority who do not have food? How do you protect that from marauders? Now people will say again, oh, well, I have weapons. I wish they would. I wish they would come here. I've said that. I wish somebody would. I wish somebody would, right? But again, you don't know the circumstances. You don't know. People will wait. They'll wait till they'll watch you, right? They'll watch your home. They'll wait. They'll be smart, and they'll hit you at your weakest point when you have the least amount of people out watching, when you have not paying attention. You're doing the chores that they know you're paying the most attention to, whatever it is. You and your family could be out in the barn doing something with the animals. And yeah, sure, you might have some weapons on you, okay? But a group comes through, a marauding group comes through and takes over. I mean, you're not able to go back and defend and whatever, okay? And maybe you are, right? A lot of people are like, yes, I would. I got a plan. Great. That is great. But a lot of people will be caught off guard and have to adjust. And that adjustment possibly is letting them do what they're going to do, right? They go through the property. They take what they want. And that goes to securing and defending. That goes to hiding. That goes to having stuff in plain sight. That goes to only having out truly what you don't mind them taking, right? You're appearing like you're, oh no, you caught me. And they come in and they take what they're going to take. And at that point, you're just hoping they don't burn down the house, right? You're just hoping that they're happy, they're satisfied, they feel like they got the upper hand, they found this family that had stuff, and they got that stuff, right? And they keep it moving, right? So you have to think about the long term of hiding stuff. Again, governments, coming through trying to collect food for the masses. It's for the good of the whole people. We're going to come through and we're going to collect all the food so then we can then ration it and make it fair. Well, it's not fair because I spent my life spending and paying for this food and growing for this food and learning these skill sets, and you're not just going to come and take it. And so food. Important to stockpile it, grow it, preserve it. And then your next game is learning how to secure it, fortify it, to hide it, to for that long-term plan when somebody tries to, come for it, come and get it. And not putting everything, all your eggs in a basket and having, okay, well, we literally have all our food in this one pantry, in this one room in the house. And that's it, right? Excuse me, my throat. This one pantry, this one space, and it's nowhere else. It's nowhere else on the property. There's none hidden. There's none hidden in walls. There's none in the garage. There's none in the shed. There's none nowhere else, right? And it's more than just spreading it out, because you could spread it out, but they're going to do the rounds and make sure that they get everything. So it comes to hiding it, right? And ensuring that you've hidden it, and that this is years of preparing. This isn't overnight, this is you every year coming up with a project. Hey, how are we going to bury another cache? Or how are we going to hide another cache even within the house? Be careful with hiding stuff though within the house, because, again, later on, marauders, raiders, they come through, and if they decide to burn down the house, and now, yeah, they've taken everything and then they've burned down the house, where you literally maybe have stuff hidden on the walls or hidden in stuff. Yes, you can have that, but just think it through of what could truly happen and how that could turn bad real quick. And think about different things in your backyard, right? Taking a hole, burying something, then putting a planter on top of it, right? Something long term. This isn't stuff that you're gonna pull up next year, right? This is your rainy day security, okay? But if you don't think about security, you don't think about defending yourself, you don't think about weapons and ammo and stuff like that, and how you would defend your home and your food and your preps, not to mention just food, just all the other things you have to survive, to make it, that it's going to be a bad day, and you're going to literally watch everything walk away that you worked so hard for, because you didn't want to feel weird. You didn't want to feel like it was extreme. It's going to take an extreme person to survive what is to come for us in the future. That's just the bottom line. And if that makes me sound weird, that makes me sound like I should be having a tin hat on my head or something like that, it is what it is, okay? I hope that you continue to take this serious. I hope that you continue to think about how important food, water, and meds is. Food is what the name of the game is today. And just remember, whoever owns the food owns the people, right? Those governments, those entities that have the food, they are going to control the people. They're going to control those masses to do what they want, because those people did not prepare, right? They did not think anything was going to happen. They wanted just to continue to watch kitty cat videos on Instagram, and they just weren't thinking that it would ever get that serious, and that people like me that would warn and think and talk about it were a bunch of weirdos, right? And we take things way too far. And, you know, I trust in God and that's all I need. Well, I trust in God also. I do, right? He will bring me through. However, I'm going to do my part to make sure that my family is ready until he comes back for us. Okay. So with that, I hope you guys are well. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. I hope yesterday was good. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'd love to hear in the comments below what you guys thought of this video, other videos that you would like to hear in the future, different topics that you would like me to cover. I've been getting a lot of emails lately of people asking me for information in its videos that I've already done. I know that sometimes it's hard to find videos. Literally just put Mama Bear Prepping and then literally put the couple words that you're looking for the video on, and typically it will pop up because if it's not going off of thumbnails, it's going off of the actual titles of the videos. Okay, so look for stuff that way. Obviously, there's playlists also over on Patreon. If you want to join us over there, we go a little bit deeper with our conversations over there. Obviously, there's not some censorship over there, so I can speak more freely about different topics that I want to talk about. I recently had a video taken down. For example, I put that video back up over there so that everybody could see over there what video was taken down and what exactly I said about the vaccine and the reason why it was taken down. So sometimes your girl doesn't hold back. Typically I do over here for the most part, but there's a lot of stuff that has the potential to be taken down over here as well. So anyway, if you like that jam, that's your jam. Or if you just want to support me in a monetary way, that's the way to do it. Join us over on Patreon. The link is in the description box below, as well as other description links or other links for other affiliate programs so that you can get discounts on stuff, antibiotic kits, your gas mask, things like that, okay? Garden seeds, all of that stuff. So with that, I will see you guys tomorrow on the next video. You guys be well. Take care.